except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky and hummingbirds do fly. Rain comes from the clouds and the sun lights up the sky and hummingbirds do fly. Everything must change.
Wow. Thank you, Pete. And the highly unusual suspects. Fabulous. So I thought I'd sit today. I brought my queen chair. It's about changing the world. I love the fact that the talk title today is You Can Change the World. Because you meet people and they may not, what looks like on the outside, look like they have an easy life or, and yet they change the world with who they are because they live their life totally from grace and ease. And that's how we change the world. And so what we have decided as a community is, Cindy, the chair is for you, my friend. I know how much you're going to love this. A red chair for you, my sweet. So I sent out an email to all of you and said that if you wanted to, you could create a certificate with a quote or whatever you chose to say to Cindy, and then come up, because this is going to be recorded so she can watch this on YouTube anytime she wants to. I do ask, though, because I know some of you didn't get me a quote or something, and now you're sitting there going, I want to say goodbye to Cindy. I didn't do it. You can still come up and get the mic. So where I told people that it was going to be, maybe 2 minutes, so we're not here until the football game starts, and we have time to celebrate Cindy also with food. She'll understand if you keep it short and sweet. So who would like to come up first, and then keep the flow coming?
So it's been about 4.5 years ago. It was Easter Sunday, and this woman and her daughter walked through the doors of Genesis. And the word in the circle this morning that came to me about Cindy is light. Honestly, you light things up. You did from the very minute I met you. And you just continue to do that. You are one of the softest, most powerful people I know. And if you say something, I know I can count on it. I love you very much. I'll miss you. But more than anything, I'm so happy for you. And I know the way to Hot Springs. Yeah. Yeah. So shall we just start putting these here? Oh, this is for you, my love. Who would like the mic?
Oh. If any one person I've ever known in my life represents service with an open, giving, loving heart, it is you, Cindy Woodall. loving service. You're the representative. I can't thank you enough from the very bottom of my heart. And I know you do. There's no task that's below you, from cleaning cobwebs off in the church to doing all these major, magnificent things. Your presence will be deeply, deeply missed. And I will miss you. And I wish you nothing but the very best in your life to come.
So I'm here for myself and for Gary as well. So, you know, you hear over and over and over again people come through the doors of Genesis saying, I knew the minute I walked in, I was at home. And from the moment I met you, Cindy, I knew my heart was at home and loved. And I'm grateful for experiencing the sweetness of friendship that we shared, and for the power of spirit that you are, and for the goodness of life with you. Namaste, my friend. I love you. And Gary says his first words were, well, Cindy Woodall says yes. There's a lot more on here. I'll let you read it. I love you, Cindy.
Thank you. I love you. Hi, Cindy. So, I so appreciate you. I've always been able to run something by you. And you help me and I feel heard, which is great. And of course, being part of the welcome team. You helped us build it. All right. You are loved. Thank you. Yeah.
Cindy, Cindy, Cindy. Where do I start? It was awesome getting to know you. Helping make the welcome team fun on Sunday mornings. Always showing up with a smile, taking selfies, greeting everybody, suiting up and showing up is what you always did. And you were my right-hand man. Well, right-hand woman. And I never had to worry about Cindy showing up and going the extra mile as a volunteer in many different areas beyond just the welcome team. And when I found out you were leaving, I was like, oh boy. I had to start recruiting like a mad dog. And I think I recruited about 4 people to take your place. So they say no one's irreplaceable, but you're pretty close. Anyway, this certificate of appreciation is from the entire welcome team. Can everybody stand that's on the welcome team? We salute you, we love you, and we wish you nothing but the best in Arkansas. Thanks for following your heart, and thanks for being part of Genesis.
Pam, you were supposed to cry, so I wouldn't be the first one to cry. So, Cindy, I remember the first Sunday you were here, and I went and introduced myself. She said, well, my name's Cindy. And I said, oh, good, because then they aren't going to get us confused. But I have come to you for so much, and I feel like you're my confidant. And I was looking for something about volunteering online, and I found this, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. It's a quote from Muhammad Ali. And I just want you to know that I feel you are building a mansion here on earth with all of your service, and I know it's just going to get bigger and bigger wherever you are. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you. Love you.
Cindy.
Oh, nice.
Yay. It is such a joy to have been able to work with you and volunteer here and see your smiling face every Sunday morning and other times. It's really been great. So anyway, and I just want to know that you are appreciated, and this certificate is to your health, wealth, ease, and joy. May Hot Springs be a blessing to you, and I know you'll be a blessing to Hot Springs.
Thank you.
Yay.
Bella, are you going to join me? Are you going to come up? Come on. No. So, my daughter Bella and I had the very same first thought about what we wanted to express our appreciation to Cindy for, and that was that when we started coming regularly again last September, that Cindy was the first person that greeted us and welcomed us and made us feel so much a part of this community. So thank you from the two of us. And I would also like to express my appreciation for all of your service and willingness to help out any way that you could. It's been such a great blessing to me, and having you in my From Whence We Came class was such a sweet experience. I'm so grateful to get to know you better, and we see you as an earth angel, spreading love and creativity and beauty and connection, that belonging, wherever you go. And so I bless you, and I raise you, and I praise you in the name of love and abundant blessings on your journey. Thank you for sharing you with us.
Thank you. Hello, Cindy. Hello, everybody. I want to remember the first time I came to Genesis a few years ago, and Cindy was one of the first people who greeted me and made me feel at home and said, "You got some time to help on the welcome team?" And so I volunteered, and I so much look forward to those days where Cindy was the team supervisor. A lot of the reason was because I have what some people call time challenge problem, and it's just the way my body is. I've just accepted that's just how I am, but I could always count on Cindy to be my time clock, and I was so appreciative of her gentle and consistent leadership. Every time I would come to an event, whether it be a breakfast, whether it be we had a yard sale, I guess you could call it, or a rummage sale. And if it was a Halloween trick-or-treat day, Cindy was always there. I think I can't even recall a time that Cindy wasn't at an event, that is just commitment. That right there, when you know that you can count on Cindy. I remember the day I learned that she did the cleaning. I thought, well, I didn't know who did it. The fact that she's been so consistent with that, and she's just an angel. She comes in and waves her magic wand, I think is how she does it, because I don't know how someone can do all the things she does without having help, and I know that's from the community and from God, who stands with you along this journey. And I'm so happy for you. Sad to see you go, but I know that there's always Facebook. And I wish you the very best on your journey. Thank you.
Cindy, that's for you. So I want to honor you with a Hawaiian term that's called ikipono. And pono is when our mind and our heart and our chi are all in alignment. And a lot of us don't walk in the world that way. A lot of us are in our heads. Sometimes we're completely expressing through our heart. but we're not connecting all three energies in our body. You are always in alignment. You are Pono. And when you're Pono, or Iki Pono, you're capable of leading others. You're capable of demonstrating the good in the world and the philosophy of this center of Genesis. And when you do that, you're a manifester. And when you do that, you open others' hearts. And when you do that, you teach others how to walk in the world. And so I bless you on your journey to Hot Springs. And I know there's a train, a plane, and an automobile that will get me there to see you. And I can't wait. And I love you. Thank you.
Hi, Cindy.
Hello.
I have a blown up. I'm not going to read you from my certificate because I can't read it. So to make this more pleasant for all of us, I put my message in huge font. So some years ago, I worked for a software developer who, like many organizations, had awards for things like exceeding sales goals, for creating a new program, for an innovative marketing procedure, for rolling out software on time that actually worked. And while those were all glorious feats to acknowledge, many of us felt like we should have an award that we called the Steady Eddie Award for those who came and dependably did their work day in and day out, expecting no fanfare. The ones that were really the bones of the organization that kept everything running, that you knew you could always count on. And when I found out we were doing that, that's the first thought that came to my mind is Cindy needs a Steady Eddie Award. So you are hereby awarded the Steady Eddie Award for being a constant, dependable, integral part of all that keeps Genesis going and flowing so beautifully. Your behind-the-scenes work, done with little fanfare or expectation of acknowledgement, has escaped into the public domain, whereby we all openly thank you once again for all you have done. And thanks for taking a part of Genesis to Arkansas. We Midwesterners. Thank you. Whoops. Okay, you want to talk yet? Give her her certificate.
Just hand it to her. Right there.
Just fix that so I can see.
And I know you're having a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious day and adventure and journey forever. And this is Makasha's certificate. It's for one voltage raising hug as soon as you decide to give up your red throne.
Hi, cutie.
Hi.
We're going to miss you.
Thank you.
I have an Irish blessing for you from an old Irish woman. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Cindy. Cindy was my right hand when I had the running of Genesis for a year. And she was always there for me. Doing the work of administering this center is a lot of tiny pieces, a lot of details. And while I have lots of skills and talents, there's some things that I'm not as skilled and talented at. And Cindy always, she came and offered Genesis her own gifts and her own talents and her own skills, so that when I didn't have the time, the patience, the wherewithal, the ability, Cindy stepped in. My certificate is for generosity, because Cindy has always been so generous to this center and to me, and holding the space while we were waiting for our beloved Reverend Gail. Cindy was instrumental in creating the energy and the environment in that space, so that everything was ready for what was next to be. And I just want to acknowledge you and thank you for that very, very much. And know that wherever you go, that you will be a blessing, that your gifts and talents never go unnoticed. If you're ever in a place where you're feeling unappreciated, remember Genesis and remember how much we love and appreciate you, and that you always have that to give. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so blessed by you, and I know that it'll be magnificent for you in Arkansas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Miss Cindy. So you have just always been such a warm smile and welcoming and a true definition of servant leadership. You have always made everyone feel so welcome, and it doesn't matter what time of day. When I have stumbled in the middle of the week, you are here and you are giving of love. And when people say give of your time and treasure, you truly have set the example and set the bar. So I appreciate you and all that you've given, and we're going to miss you a lot, but I'm so excited for your next adventure, and they're so lucky to have you.
Hey there. You are so humble. You're an amazing human being. I'm better at reading than just speaking, so I'm going to read what I wrote about you, which comes from my heart, and I think everybody here would agree with everything I say. I think so anyway. You are probably one of the most selfless people I've ever met. You are sweet, kind, incredibly hardworking, community-oriented, a total team player, never complaining, and completely irreplaceable. Sorry, West, I think she's completely irreplaceable. You will be sorely missed. I wish you great happiness and a wonderful future. Welcome. You are the definition of love. You will be missed. Love you.
Well, Cindy, here we are. It's taken a long road for us to get to here, but it's finally got here, huh? There's a phrase in the Star Trek world: the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. And you do that if every breath you take. Not only with the Genesis community, but we have been blessed to see you with your family. You take care of people. You establish a love-felt boundary around all them, and you make them feel wanted. In this movement, you can't make people feel anything, but you are the exception to that rule. You make us feel wanted. You have us feel loved. And I remember sitting in class with you, teaching a class with you, and how much you just didn't want to speak.
Exactly. It hasn't changed.
And who was that wonderful person that always had you speak?
Bernie.
Yeah.
It was Bernie.
Yeah. You've always been there. You always will be there. Your physical body might be moving to Arkansas, but your essence of your love and who you are is filled with these walls. And when people come to this place, they say there's that special thing in Genesis, and you are an example of that. You are the love of what Genesis is. And you will always carry that with you, and we will always have that with us. I want to tell you that I love you from the bottom of my heart. So in this particular case, the needs of the one outweighs the needs of the many.
Hi, I love you. I don't know what else to say. This girl's got it all, doesn't she? What an example that she leads by. This this is for your always of service. Look at her. This is for your be the coordinator of the gifts of love. Now, doesn't that sound like her? Her gifts are always with love. And on this it says, volunteers are love in motion. Sounds like you. And volunteers do not necessarily have the time, they just have the heart. So I'm going to ask everybody, is this okay? Would you stand up? Hold this. I don't need it.
Okay, you don't need it.
I can talk.
She can talk
without it. Okay, let's give her the really, really amount of love that Genesis has. And how we do this is we go very good, yay. And we do that 3 times. Are y'all willing? Yes. All right. Very good, yay. Very good, yay. Very good, yay. I love you. Now it's for Gail.
Anybody else? So I don't want you to forget us. And so I want you to hang that somewhere prominent in your new home in Arkansas. And anytime that you feel that maybe somebody's not recognizing your service, I forget who said it was just recently, probably Bernie, that you remember that Genesis loves you and Genesis recognizes the service that you are and the heart that you are. And so I used to love this quote that was, leap and the net will appear. And then somebody told me, leap and build your wings on the way down. And that's who you are. You have given us all so much love, so much attention, so much of yourself. There aren't enough words in the English language to tell you how much we all appreciate you. And I just want to tell you how much I love you and how much you have made my first 1.5 years here so easy. I could not have done it without you. I just want you to know that and how much I'm going to miss you. But as Ann said, we'll be there together. There's a plane, an automobile, and a train. We have to do all 3? Okay, but we'll be there. You've got hot springs. I love you. Here you go. Don't forget these 2. You don't have to run off, honey. It's okay.
I release Genesis